Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize it.
Next, for the 5 minutes of news from the News the Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Today is Friday, the 21st day of February 2025. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah presenting. In the headlines, Environmental Protection Agency funds Sati Farrow Fabric fined $5,000 for breach of safety following the recent explosion that led to the death of one of its employees. Plenary of the House, that's plenary of the Senate, mandates its Committee on Public Accounts and Audit to have the General Auditing Commission audit institutions that receive funding from USAID. Ministry of Justice mandates its Child Justice Division to investigate a physical abuse case involving a 9-year-old child allegedly by a local garage owner in Monrovia. And away from Liberia, South Africa hosts Ukraine's president on a state visit. President Cyril Ramaphosa confirms on X. This plus many more sports. The reading of the news bulletin are all packaged on today's edition of the program News Desk. Our sponsors are Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. We'll take a break. I'll be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
For joining us at this point, we join Naketa Roberts, who will set the pace of the reading of the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Justin. Good evening, everyone. The Environmental Protection Agency has fined the Farrow Fabric Oxygen Plant US $5,000 for breach of safety adherence following recent explosion that led to the death of one person. It can be recalled a recent explosion at the Farrow Fabric Plant led to the death of one of its employees, Samuka, and several persons sustaining injuries. Following the incident, the Environmental Protection Agency ordered the immediate closure of the company, thus prompting an investigation in collaboration with other relevant authorities. Given the investigation findings at a news conference on Friday in Monrovia, EPA Executive Director Dr. Emmanuel Yapawolo disclosed that its team of investigators discovered lack of safety measures, absence of emergency preparedness plans, and improper handling of oxygen tanks at the entity. The investigation, according to Dr. Yapawolo, further revealed that the company is operating with an expired environmental permit. Due to these violations, the EPA has meanwhile fined Sati Farrow Fabric $5,000 to be paid within 72 hours, thus mandating the company to follow immediate corrective actions for further reoccurrence. Dr. Yapawolo further mandated the company to hire a third-party environmental consultant to begin the conduct of an environmental and safety audit. The Ministry of Justice has expressed serious concerns over several publications by social media outlets concerning the physical abuse of a 9-year-old boy allegedly perpetrated by a local garage owner at an unidentified location in Monrovia. The incident, originally posted by a man identified as Daniel S. Mobar, showed an adult believed to be the owner of the garage sitting on the head of a child, allegedly as a punishment for committing wrongdoing. Mobar further stated in his post that all efforts to release the child from the alleged perpetrator put forth there. According to a statement from the Ministry of Justice, the action is commendable, that's condemnable, and a gross violation of the child rights law of Liberia. The ministry has instructed its Child Justice Division to take siege of the matter to swiftly investigate and take the appropriate legal action against the alleged perpetrator. Let's take a short break to be right back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Leah TV.
YouTube, Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black bearer is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your later like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen there represent. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously,
joining us. The Ministry of Justice has expressed serious concern over several publications by social media outlets about the physical abuse of Anaya Obor allegedly perpetrated by a local garage owner at that's unidentified location in Monrovia. The incident, originally posted by a man identified as Daniel S. Mobar, Sean, among others, believed to be the owner of the garage, sitting on the head of a child, allegedly as a punishment for committing wrong. Mobar further stated in his post that all efforts to release the child from the alleged perpetrator proved futile. According to statement from the Ministry of Justice, the action is condemnable and a gross violation of the Child Rights Law of Liberia. The ministry has instructed its Child Justice Division to take siege of the matter to swiftly investigate and take the appropriate legal action against the alleged perpetrator. Members of the public are also encouraged to contact the Division of Child Justice at the Ministry of Justice, 14th Street, Single, with any information on the identity of the alleged perpetrator so that he can face the full weight of the law. The plenary of the Liberian Senate has mandated its Committee on Public Accounts and Audit to have the General Auditing Commission, GSC, audit all institutions that have received fundings from USAID. Plenary decision was predicated upon a communication from Mosorado County Senator Sir Joseph. Senator Joseph communication is seeking the indulgence of the Senate to audit ministries and agencies that have benefited fundings from USAID from 2018 to 2025. In his communication submitted to President Pro Tempore Yomli Kanga Lawrence on Thursday, Senator Joseph stressed the need for transparency and accountability in the use of donor funds. The Mosorado County Senator acknowledged the significant contributions of USAID, stating USAID has taken a key partner. USAID is a key partner in the country's development through financial interventions and technical support to governance, infrastructure, education, health, and economies. According to Senator Joseph, the proposed audit is also aimed at assessing the allocation and disbursement of USAID funds in compliance with financial regulations and the effectiveness of funded projects. Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency LDEA Nimba County Detachment on February 20th, 2025 apprehended a 30-year-old woman with a significant quantity of marijuana in Nimba County. According to reports, a patient Mator, a resident of Mose Village, Gazuluye town, was arrested by LDEA officers on Thursday afternoon after receiving a tip from a reliable source. Following a search and seizure warrant issued by the Gbarntolmah Magisterial Court, a team of LDEA officers led by Agent Hilton Watts moved into Moses Village, Gazuluye town, where patient Mator was taken into custody. The suspect was reportedly found with 4 black plastics and 67 wraps of marijuana. Nimba County Acting Commissioner of the LDEA, Sergeant Modestine Gala, determined the street value of the marijuana to be $43,385 Liberian dollars. Currently, suspect patient Mator is in LDEA custody, undergoing investigation in Nimba. A member of the Sierra Leone Parliament, Rebecca Sam, is cautioning women to rise up as if they must excel in life. According to Rebecca, development and determination require one working towards a goal. She spoke during the start of a conference organized by the Women of Apostolic Pentecostal Church International outside Monrovia. The Apostolic Pentecostal Church International event is said to be the first general conference organized by women at the New Water in the Desert Church in Broadville. The conference, according to our reporter, brought together over 500 women from across the country and is being held under the theme, The Persistent Woman, taken from the text Luke chapter 18. A resident of Peletown 72nd Community is appealing to national government through the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, as well as civil society organizations and well-meaning Liberians to help her seek advanced treatment for her ailing child. Speaking with this station, Pananto said she has visited several places aimed at finding proper treatment for her child, who has been sick for over a year, but to no avail. According to Madame To, her child's condition continues to deteriorate on a daily basis, as all of what she has have been used for the cost of the child's illness. Madame To, however, disclosed that the child's father, who was given helping hands from the beginning, has cut off communication since he went in the interior. And out of Liberia, the Rwandan government has condemned the U.S. decision to sanction a government minister for his alleged role in the conflict in the east of neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. Announcing the financial sanction on Thursday, the U.S. Treasury Department said Rwandan's Minister of State for Regional Integration, James Kabaribi, a former army chief, was center of his country's support for the M23 rebel group. Also sanctioned was Lawrence Kayeka, the M23's spokesperson, as well as 2 companies he controlled in Britain and France, the U.S. Treasury said. On Friday, the UK said there will be consequences for Rwanda over its alleged role in the DR Congo. Responding to the U.S. move, Rwanda's foreign minister said the sanction would not resolve the conflict in the DR Congo, terming them as unjustified and unfunded. Still out of Liberia, South Africa is set to host Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on a state visit. President Cyril Ramaphosa confirmed on X without giving a specific date. The invite comes at the time of a week which saw Kyiv excluded from U.S.-Russia talks on how to bring an end to the 3-year war in Ukraine. In a phone conversation, Ramaphosa and Zelensky agreed on the urgent need for an inclusive peace process, according to a statement from the South African president. South Africa, which has in the past been accused of having a closer relationship with Moscow, has tried to play a role in finding an end to the fighting. In 2023, Ramaphosa led a delegation consisting of 7 African countries, including Egypt, Senegal, Zambia, and Uganda, to meet Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin. That's the bulletin of news. Is back to Johnson.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we will keep your plate alive.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah. Welcome to
Future here on News Desk. Thanks to Naketa Roberts for bringing us the news bulletin here on News Desk. So, top developments, Ministry of Justice instructed its Child Justice Division to investigate a physical abuse or abuse case involving a 9-year-old child allegedly perpetrated by a local garage owner in Monrovia. Environmental Protection Agency funds Certified Fabric fined $5,000 for breach of safety following the recent explosion that led to the death of one of its employees. And plenary of the Liberian Senate mandates its Committee on Public Accounts and Audit to have the General Auditing Commission audit institutions that receive USAID funding. And away from Liberia, South Africa to host Ukraine's president on a state visit in that country. Let's bring you our first development on the program. The Environmental Protection Agency has found Certified Fabric Oxygen fined $5,000 for breach of safety hearings following the recent explosion that led to the death of one person. You can record a recent explosion at the institution led to the death of one person or one of its employees, Samoa, and several persons injuring or sustaining injury. Following the incident, it ordered the immediate closure of the company, thus prompting an investigation in collaboration with other relevant authorities, giving its investigation findings at a news conference Friday in Monrovia. EPA Executive Director Dr. Emmanuel Pablo disclosed that its team of investigators discovered lack of fire safety measures, absence of emergency preparedness plans, among others.
Office of Liberia has completed an investigation into the explosion that occurred oxygen plane at Certified Steel Factory on February 17, 2025. The tragic accident claimed the life of the staff of the company in person of the late Sir J. Samuka. Following the accident, the EPA ordered immediate closure of the factory, and on February 18, 2025, dispatched a high-level delegation to conduct a preliminary assessment of the accident. The initial findings revealed numerous safety concerns that necessitated a full-scale investigation. Following these revelations, EPA on February 19, 2025, issued an immediate rating directive to halt all operations of the company in the area. Following that, on February 20, 2025, the executive director of the Environmental Protection Agency participated in a tour of the facility alongside a group of senior government officials, including the Inspector General of Police, the Director for the National Fire Service, as well as the Deputy Director of the EPA. Key findings from the investigation revealed lack of fire safety measures at the company, absence of emergency preparedness plan, improper handling of oxygen tanks, and expired environmental permits. Additionally, the facility was found to be operating with overused and corroded compressed gas cylinders. The EPA has mandated for immediate corrective action, including the renewal of all expired permits, implementation of fire safety measures, proper labeling and storage of oxygen tanks, and regular health and safety training for all workers. For failure to complete the environmental permitting process, the management of Seti Ferrofabric is hereby fined the amount of $5,000 to be paid in government general revenue and the Liberian authority within 72 hours of issuing of this notice. The facility has been mandated to immediately hire a third-party environmental consultant to begin the conduct of environmental and safety audit. The EPA is aware that the oxygen plant is an auxiliary of the steel plant, and prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, I used exclusively for metals. What we found is that prior to the COVID-19, we were producing oxygen and using it for the steel plant. But during the pandemic, Seti Ferrofabric began supplying life-saving oxygen to hospitals in around Mosarada County free of charge, especially the Redemption Hospital as well. As such, a court order will be lifted once the company pay the fine and pay the temporary permit fee of $1,263.
He is the Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Emmanuel Yapawulu, there speaking at a press conference in Monrovia. A member of the Sierra Leone Parliament, Rebecca Sem, is urging women to rise up if they must excel in life. According to Representative Rebecca Sem, development and determination require more working towards a goal. She spoke during the start of the conference organized by the Women of Apostolic Pentecostal Church International outside Monrovia.
Sitting there and you are a woman. So I'm talking to women. The leader of the United States said we are only two genders. Men, women. That's what men and women. Whether they can be a man or a woman. So we are talking to women here. Women development. Women action. Men support. When? Now. Development is not about sitting down. You can't develop when you are sitting down. You only develop when you are standing up. Because when you stand up, you are tempted to move. And when you move, you start developing. Maybe I will not say I'm 100% a consistent woman, but I'm very close to here. Here I started. I started in a very small town in Sierra Leone called Color District. You have a lot of time of mining going on in that district. And in that district, we have a lot of foreign people going to that district to mine diamond. And in the process, I fell free of one of those men who took advantage of the property movement and impregnated me. When I started thinking of me, no. I said, no. As a persistent woman, so taking the war. I was out in the shine, running up and down from one place to another, and it was tough. After the war, I went to Finland and started learning theory because I want to do something with my life. I could not achieve much. I said no. And I went back to I became part of the advocates that we are advocating for our people to go back to color. Because color was a wealthy place for the rebels, the RAF, to get money and buy weapons. So they were arresting girls, boys to do all those mining so that they can get money. So that was the last district that was liberated from the RAF. So I joined the men to advocate to government to say our people want to come back.
She is a member of the Sierra Leone Parliament. She, Madam Rebecca Sanders, speaking at a women's conference organized by the Apostolic Pentecostal Church International near water in the desert in Breville, outside Monrovia. A resident of Violet Town 72nd Community is appealing to national government through the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, as well as civil society organizations, warning Liberians to help seek help her son seek advanced treatment abroad. Speaking with this station, Mananto said she has visited several places aimed at finding proper treatment for a child who has been sick for over a year but no avail. She spoke to RCI News in Painesville.
I'm from Senator Peloton. My son has been sick for over 1 year, 7 months now. I'm asking Civil Society, the government of Liberia, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, asking you to please help me for this child. I have been around with this child from place to place, from county to county, taking that maybe the African son, but I have gone all over with this child. Everything I ever live up for has left behind the child. I'm asking you to please help me. Yeah, please help me. Well, many Liberians now, your condition, he was walking, talking, he can't talk, he can't walk, he can't do anything. I only say him down in we, somebody help him. All we to say him down, not the right one. He just is in money. People say I should put him in the right one, but I don't have money. I can't even afford his foot now. For that reason, his body all drop. I'm asking him if 3 years, 7 months now, when he was 2 years old, he was sick. Now in 3 years, 7 months, so that 1 year, 7 months in the sickness. His father in the interior, he left, he was helping us, but then thing got hard. He told me, say, I'm going to be hustling. He was hustling, helping us. But now, I can't hear from him. He can't call. I don't know what happening. As I'm speaking to you right now, he's not well. So I asked her to please help me. I live in the second peloton. I sleep on the ground. We just come here. I don't even have rented. That somebody help me with place just for my son to be able to survive. I'm from Bapolo County, but I personally here because of that child. Because people say that African son, they want I got afraid. I ran with my son. Doctor said that the malaria is disturbing, but it's possible he could come to himself. But he need real support. He needs support. I don't have money, so I can't buy the medicine. He don't feel no bad. My orange is 077-8899-077. My Luster is 0881-120822.
Bananton is a resident of Bellatown in 72nd Community, Painesville. They're appealing to national government to assist her son seek advanced treatment abroad. The Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force has identified 3 hotspots in the world where student assets from Liberia are heading. The task force chairperson considered every mountain named Ghana, Ivory Coast, Dubai are countries of interest, adding that the task force is working with its international counterparts to ensure that the proper international protocols and integration are applied to retrieve these assets. Meanwhile, Councillor Ellie Martin has disclosed that the asset recovery team has verified and taken siege of 17 high-profile cases ranging from theft of public assets, theft through road construction companies, among others. He is the chairman of the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force. Councillor Elvin Martin, they give updates of the institution. The Ministry of Youth and Sports has clarified that it does not hold individuals claiming to be casual workers of the ministry. Making the clarification Thursday in Painesville, the communication director of Ministry of Youth and Sports, Oscar Brown, that the casual workers contract has since expired in 2023 during the regime of former President George Weah. Brown noted that the casual workers were on consultancy payroll at the ministry and appealed to Minister Bangalu for consideration since it was a new government.
That's not true. Now, for the record, with the also transition government and the government to power, there was, in fact, the casual workers around the previous government was on consultancy pay, and that agreement came around to December 2023. And so when this government came to power, Minister Councillor Jericho Bangalo, in fact, early March. Now, during his welcome, reception. He said, look, okay, welcoming, and the first thing he said, look, after politics is my role, and we want to accept everybody, after reviewing and so this council welcome date, that the government was holding us, reviewing the general law agreement, and he told them, I cannot undo what is written. However, what we can do as a government, as a ministry, we will make an appeal on your behalf to the civil service agency, and that the Ministry of Finance. And so this administration, what they did was on March 1st, 2024, they wrote a communication to Director Smith, the Deputy Director General for Human Resources, requesting, and they really for the understanding. It says, Honorable Smith, I am pleased to present your compliments and to kindly request the civil service agency to include 74 casual workers of the Ministry of Youth and Sports in the consultancy payroll for the fiscal year 2024. Those workers were paid on the consultancy payroll of the CSC, which ended on the 31st of December 2023. Concerning the importance of the janitorial and sanitary services these workers render on a daily basis, the ministry cannot afford to do away with them. Please also note that they have not been paid since the expiration of their contracts in December 2023. To support your kind consideration, we have attached the list of these casual workers, attendance and records covering the period of reference. The ministry did that. When the ministry did that, the stage of protest, after the ministry service communication, the stage of protest, ministry called them, look, we have sent this communication to CSA, right, on your behalf. Let me know that we don't owe you your contract ends. To verify that or to validate that, don't become a set leader so you can go to the civil service agency and validate it. And they did that. Now that the ministry did not start there, the ministry also wrote the Ministry of Finance on October 28th. Minister Gospel request of payment for casual workers. It says, PSF, my government has submitted for your review and to appeal for your consideration to be given to some 80 casual workers who were paid by the civil service agency through consultancy or on consultancy payroll, but were terminated in December 2023. The person continued to appeal due to economic conditions. They were paid US $150 each. I am therefore requesting that 7 months of the previous remuneration be paid to their services, though the services, right, officially came to an end in December 2023. Enclosed is a list of the casual workers. So the ministry group, the ministry of finance, is paying on their behalf.
He is the communications director at the Ministry of Sports. He's also Brown there making some clarity surrounding claims by the casual workers that the ministry owed him 7 months salary every year. He spoke to a journalist Thursday in Painesville, taking us home now on today's edition of the program News Desk. But as we leave you, a recap of our headlines. Ministry of Justice instructs its Child Justice Division to investigate a physical abuse case involving a 9-year-old child allegedly that's perpetrated by a local garage owner in Monrovia. Environmental Protection Agency finds Sativ Fabric plank $5,000 United States for breach of security or breach of safety following the recent explosion that led to the death of one person in the area. The plenary of the Liberian Senate mandates its Committee on Public Accounts and Audit to have the General Auditing Commission audit institutions that receive USAID funding and away from Liberia, South Africa to host Ukraine president on a state visit. President Cyril Ramaphosa has confirmed, or else would love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program a success. Thanks as well to our executive producer, and thanks to our Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia for their sponsorship. Thanks to Kopo Sanga, who controlled and produced our sound. Daniel Suni was behind the camera. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah. Thanks for listening. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll keep your plate Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Naketa Roberts. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll keep your plate Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Naketa Roberts. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.